What is up, YouTube? And today I want to show you guys one of the most pay-to-win duo that features one of the 7 Knights of Old. And if you're wondering why is this guy showing us this duo if most of us aren't going to be able to use these characters, well, it's mostly because of the fact that her banner is actually running and you actually can't guarantee that you'll get her as a free-to-play. And in fact, you can't even guarantee that you'll get her if you spend because of the 50-50 mechanic on the guarantee on this banner. And you guys probably already know about this banner because I talked about it in my previous video, which kind of roasts the decision to release this banner. But I mostly wanted to show you guys this combination, one, in case you have this combination, and two, because there were some people saying that this banner is pay to win, yes, but it doesn't really matter because these characters aren't even that good. I've seen comments like that. And I just want to address that. So for the PvP meta, later on, I do agree that, you know, these 3 aren't going to be the best in every situation. Honestly, the only one that is super powerful is Jury, which is the character I'm going to be showing you guys today. But the thing is, this early on into the game's release in global, they are so broken. That's the biggest issue with this banner, right? It's kind of like a head start, a cheat code to progress very fast by pulling on these banners. And I just want to show you guys, you know, the power of this duo with Jury and Mercure, both which are L+ characters. And even if you add something like a Yunhee, which is like the 3rd magic user to activate Mercure's passive, which makes it so that you need to start with 3 magic heroes, well, you're going to see that you can breeze through Nightmare, Adventure, and also Tower very easily. And the reason why is because, you know, this duo is very centric around Mercure. This character is just super OP. The reason is because of this magic reflux. Basically, the way it works is he applies this debuff to characters and his auto attacks will also do it, his basic attacks. And when they're inflicted with this debuff, what ends up happening is if they get hit by anything, they take like echoing damage that scales with their own max HP. So the tankier the enemies are, this does even more damage. So it just scales with the difficulty of the stage that you're doing, which makes it super good for pushing hard content, which is why this character is so broken. On top of that, he has this AoE stun, which is very good, and the reason why Jury is just so broken with him, even though she's pretty broken by herself, is because of her passive. So basically, whenever an ally does an attack, she has a chance to do a follow-up attack, and this makes it so that she can proc this Mercure passive super often, right? Of course, there is some RNG because it's 25%. But you have to realize this follow-up attack is 3 enemies. So it's pretty much going to be AoE. It also will deal damage, scaling with the target's max HP as well. So you have 2 characters that are basically doing AoE max HP damage, which is super OP. On top of that, she has this cheat death, which will happen when she ends up dying. And she even has this soul death, which is very good for PvP content. If you're against Tio, you can stop him from reviving. Yep, it's really broken, which is also why, you know, releasing this character right now on a banner makes it so that you kind of counter the character that everyone rerolled for and max duped. So this combo is just lethal. She also has defense reduction, which makes it so that you can actually, you know, do even more damage. And yeah. Her basic attack also hits 2 enemies, so she's proccing the magic reflux twice with her basic attack. So you can kind of see why this duo is extremely OP. The only thing is you will have to bring another magic hero, but on the good side, pretty much most magic heroes that are legendary plus are just really broken. So you can bring Yunhee if you want more damage. She also gives a magic attack boost to your allies, which makes your team hit so much harder. So she's like the best choice. Rin is very good because she can be a good frontline character with her revive. She also reduces the damage that you take with the confusion, has a buff duration decrease. Vanessa is very good because she has this permanent damage, defense reduction rather, and she can also CC enemies for you. So basically just run this 2-man core with whatever magic user, and you just run just anything that's tanky that can heal you. A good option is like Lina if I can find her, because Lina can heal. She also has crit damage boost and F-res boost. You can even bring something like an Evan or a Yuis, just something to make your team tanky. And you're going to find that this duo is absolutely batshit insane. Honestly, it's like the biggest reason why I'm just able to no-brain auto like clear everything up to, you know, Nightmare 10-8, even Infinite Tower 163, and you can see it's like a weird number to stop at because it's not really like me getting stuck here. I just literally stopped progressing right now to record this video, but for sure I'm going to progress even further as soon as I'm done this because this duo is absolutely busted. And I'll show you guys some stages where they're really good, but like I said at the beginning of the video, I just wanted to make this video because a lot of people were saying that they're not even going to help your account progression. Well, no. Jury, especially out of the three, is going to be insanely OP if you have Mercure for your progression. So I'll actually show you guys a showcase of this duo surrounded by supports in Chapter 10 of Nightmare, which is a pretty difficult stage, right? And you're going to see that they are super powerful together in the right circumstances. So I think this might be a better showcase because she's the only DPS in this comp, which works just fine. But you're going to see Mercure needs to lead with his ability to apply Magic Reflux, and you basically are just banking off the follow-up attacks to keep proccing the Magic Reflux, right? And your team composition around this duo, you just want a lot of CC characters, you know, healer is good, and of course that third magic user at least to activate the Magic Reflux passive. But you're going to see that we are following up quite a bit early. It doesn't really matter too much at the start. You want it to start following up a little bit later once you start stacking the Magic Reflux a bit more. But you can see that the indirect damage that Mercure does with Jury is absolutely insane. If you guys already use Mercure, you already know how OP he is. Well, Jury is just follow-upping like every single turn in this run and doing a ton of damage. But you'll see even in these harder stages, we're at Nightmare Chapter 10, she is super effective with Mercure. And the best part is you don't really need to bring any damage dealers besides her, and you can even put her on a tankier setup because you can just kill stuff with this Magic Reflux. And there you go, things are starting to die very quickly. You can see the Magic Reflux has spread a lot. And now at this point, basically you're going to see there's a ton of AoE damage coming in with the Magic Reflux. There we go again, she does follow up again. And then if she follow-ups again here, yeah, you can kind of see everything's just spreading and dying, which makes this duo extremely powerful. And it's honestly mostly Mercure, but Jury is like the best damage dealer when you are able to bring her with him. That is pretty much it for the video though, guys. This is basically the setup that I have her on. She is extremely powerful in both PvE and PvP, especially if you pair her with this character, Mercure. They just synergize very well together with their kits because of the fact that, you know, he can apply this Magic Reflux and they are just getting hit over and over by her passive follow-up attack, which is just extremely powerful. I can't even imagine if you actually T2 this, how OP this combination is. But yeah, pretty much it for this video though, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video.